for digital transformation. Once businesses have insight into their asset health, they start uncovering inefficiencies in energy use, workflow, and even production planning. It's really a catalyst for smarter operations and sustainable growth.
Welcome to the Trend Detection Podcast, powered by Siemens. And now, please welcome your host, Gugan Sangha.
Hello, and welcome to the Trend Detection Podcast, powered by Siemens. In this episode, we explore how Siemens solutions open doors to energy optimization, advanced analytics, and future-ready tools like Senseye Cloud Ready, enabling SMEs to grow sustainability and profitability. On today's episode, I'm delighted to be joined by Ntau, who will be joining me on this episode. And if you could start off by introducing yourself to our audience, that'd be great.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me today on your impactful podcast. It's a pleasure to be here, Gagan. Thank you for having me. My name is Ntau Setoaba, and today I'm excited to be sharing with you insights and experiences from our world of digitalization across key industries, where Siemens is no stranger in these industries like manufacturing, food and bev, automotive. I can share with you my daily activities and my experiences. What I highly focus on is the industrial IoT topics and connectivity solutions, and I support technical expertise and guidance to our regions.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that introduction. And as mentioned, I'm looking forward to going into this topic in a bit more detail. And I guess, firstly, I just wanted to highlight, digitalization isn't about solving today's problems. It's about preparing for tomorrow.
Yes.
So this takes me to my first question just around this topic. So maintenance has traditionally been seen as a cost center, right? And I'm interested to understand, how are SMEs flipping that narrative in today's world?
Yes, thank you for the question. Definitely, we are seeing a real mindset shift. Predictive maintenance is no longer just about avoiding the breakdowns that we, traditionally see on the shop floors. It has become a strategic entry point for digital transformation. Once businesses have insight into their asset health, they start uncovering inefficiencies in energy use, workflow, and even production planning. It's really a catalyst for smarter operations and sustainable growth.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that makes sense. And once SMEs begin to generate insights through predictive maintenance, how can they turn those insights into tangible business value?
Yeah,
What does that?
this is one of the, I would say, common questions that are asked, especially from our customers. So insights alone are not enough, to be honest. So actionable steps on those insights create value. This is very important to highlight. When SMEs collect operational data, the next step is using that data to drive continuous improvement. For example, identify recurring performance issues can lead to design changes and also staff training or process optimization. So scalability is also key in this case. By applying successful strategies from one production line or facility across others, SMEs can replicate results quickly and cost effectively so. This is where cloud-based tools and sometimes even also on-prem tools, platforms come into play. They provide centralized access to insights, enable collaboration, and allow businesses to benchmark performance across multiple sites. It transforms isolated improvements into enterprise-wide gains. This transition from reactive fixes to proactive data-informed decision making in what empowers SMEs to grow smarter, faster, and more sustainably.
Yes, exactly. And I agree with your point as well. I think it's this messaging, around empowering SMEs, to
Yes.
to grow. That's what they want. I think it's this whole like knowledge is power. So to grow smarter, to improve efficiency,
Exactly.
and at the same time to have that sustainability as well, which is
Yeah,
really
yeah. Yeah, I mean, one of the key things, or one of the mishaps, or not necessarily mishaps, but just, I would say, information or expectations that are out there is about insights, where, okay, now I have this data, what then? Yes, you have data, but it's really important that you really create these actionable steps.
yeah, exactly. I think that's it. We need to make sure that the steps are in place, in order to capture, the results and the direction in which we're looking to go. Um,
Yes.
so then my next question moves on to, what's the ROI of going beyond maintenance?
Yeah, this is a top interesting question from our customers. They really want to understand the return on investment.
Yeah.
So the return on investment in digital solutions that go beyond traditional maintenance is really substantial and multi-layered. We can try to dissect this briefly. So there is immediate benefit when you have these digital solutions. One of the benefits is a reduced to unplanned downtime. This is I mean, really something that companies want to achieve, reduce the unplanned downtime and lower repair costs thanks to early fault detections. However, that's just the tip of the iceberg. When SMEs leverage predictive maintenance within a broader digital strategy, they gain operational insights that drive smarter decision making across the business. For example, they can fine tune production schedules based on machine availability, extend asset lifetime through optimized usage, and minimize energy waste. Each of which contributes to significant cost savings. Beyond operational efficiency, there's a strong sustainability angle. By reducing energy consumption and unnecessary material use, companies can shrink their environmental footprint. They meet compliance requirements and improve their ESG standing, and an increasingly important factor for attracting investors and customers. So the ROI is not just a financial; it's a strategic approach as well. So it strengthens the business across cost control, sustainability, innovation, and market competitiveness. So this is how we see it.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. And I think from a customer perspective, ROI is something that maybe, customers want to see very quickly.
Mhm.
And, with this ROI, it is very much long term, just as you touched on, strengthening the business across cross
Correct.
control, sustainability, innovation. All of this is very much focused around having that key strategy,
Yes, yes, and
forward.
I understand. I understand. And these key strategic methods, everyone has a vision. All companies have visions, but these visions are not, I would say, really short term. So it's a long term vision, and long term could be, I don't know, in the next 6 months. Once I have this implemented, what do I want to see? Something that I can immediately see, but that can be translated in our vision for long term. So we must be a little bit careful with our ROI to expect ROI the next day. It does not happen that way, unfortunately. I wish it was magic so that at the next day we see the ROI, but it's important to understand the vision, that in the vision, we need some long-term tangible outcomes. And once we see these tangible outcomes, ROI is slowly achieved, or maybe even, fastly achieved. It will depend, but nonetheless, the ROI will be seen.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. No, that's great. Thank you for the insights. And I'm interested to understand if it's possible for you to share an example of such transformation.
Yeah, so we have encountered several SMEs. An example is the suppliers in the automotive industry, which were experiencing similar challenges regarding unplanned downtimes or even some micro stops in between. Such challenges lead to missed delivery deadlines and rising maintenance costs. These SMEs had requested us, Siemens, for some predictive maintenance solutions to be implemented on their critical machines. Once we've implemented these predictive maintenance solutions, it had been implemented, and the maintenance team began to receive early warnings of potential failures. Benefits started to surface. That is reduction of downtime, high effectiveness of machines or maintenance. This helped prevent greater damage to machines and lead to a quick return of investment. You see, so it's not that it was a quick and easy. Yes, some companies or some SMEs, they might see quicker results, maybe because already there are several trained people that are in place, and some of the machines were quick fixes and they were able to see results. But some, it could be that there are other failures within the shop floor and they need to fix those first. Maybe it will take a bit longer time, and then finally we see these benefits.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you for sharing that that insight. Just it's always great to understand how that looks. And
Yes.
beyond automotive, which industries are seeing the biggest benefits from predictive maintenance and digital transformation?
Yes, we are seeing strong results in manufacturing, logistics, and food and beverage sectors, where uptime, efficiency, and regulatory compliance are essential. In these environments, even a short disruption can lead to significant losses. So the ability to anticipate issues and act proactively is a game changer. However, the real value emerges when SMEs go beyond simply preventing downtimes by using digital tools to optimize energy use, streamline workflows, and improve quality. They are shifting from reactive operations to strategic, growth-oriented thinking. Regardless of the industry, businesses that embrace this mindset are the ones scaling faster, responding to market shifts more effectively, and building long-term resilience.
Okay, great. And from your perspective, how does Siemens digital tools help SMEs prepare for what's next? I think
That's a really good question. Yes.
yeah, no, it is. Thank you. I think it's interesting to understand this because from a customer perspective, I think there's always this, level of maybe excitement for what's next, and it would be interesting to understand how some of the tools can support SMEs with this.
Yeah. Future proofing is all about flexibility and readiness to change. And that's where we as Siemens, where Siemens tools really stand out. Our digital solutions are built to scale as your business evolves. That means SMEs can start small and expand their capabilities as business needs grow. without having to rip and replace existing systems. I mean, this is a very important point. And I mean, we've seen SMEs or even their end customers, to be honest, they don't want to rip out their working machines and they don't want to do that. No, they want to still continue using the same machines. So these legacy machines, we are able to have our digital tools in place. So whether you're looking to integrate AI for smarter diagnostics, adopt IoT to connect machines and sensors, or even comply to the new regulatory frameworks, our platforms provide the foundation to support these goals. For instance, if a company starts with the predictive maintenance, it can easily build on that by adding energy monitoring, production optimization, or supply chain transparency features, all within the same ecosystem. What's more, Siemens, what's more is that Siemens tools are designed with open architecture and interoperability in mind. That means they can work alongside other technologies and adapt future innovations without locking SMEs into really one single vendor. I mean, this is great, or one single vendor and outdated solutions. So ultimately, it is about giving SMEs confidence that their digital investments today will still deliver value tomorrow and help them stay competitive in a rapidly changing market.
Yeah, of course. No, I understand this. And what are the typical concerns, SMEs have about investing in digital solutions?
Yeah, no, you are really asking great questions. One of the ones that are here most often. And many SMEs are excited about the potential of digitalization, but yeah, they do raise concerns as well. First and foremost, there's a cost and ROI uncertainty, which we touched a bit earlier. SMEs want to know, will this investment pay off? That's why starting with a focused, high impact area like predictive maintenance is so important. It shows value quickly and builds confidence. Another concern is complexity. Smaller businesses often worry that digital tools are too advanced, they are disruptive to their existing operations. That's why Siemens emphasizes scalable, user friendly solutions. You can start small, connect a few machines, gather insights, and expand step by step. There's also the issue of limited internal expertise. Many SMEs, they don't have large IT teams, so they fear that they will be left alone to manage some things that they don't fully understand. I mean, this is what I've seen as well personally in when I engage with customers. So with our solutions, they don't have to worry about that. We provide ongoing support and guidance and tools that are built with SMEs in mind, not just global corporations. And finally, the fear of vendor lock or vendor lock in, having to overhaul everything at once. With Siemens, the architecture is open and flexible. Our tools are designed to grow with you, not to lock you in, of course. The goal is to make digitalization accessible, manageable, and truly beneficial, not overwhelming. So, while the concerns are valid, they are also addressable. And once SMEs see early wins, like reduced downtime, energy efficiency, or even better decision making, those concerns often shift into enthusiasm.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely do. Just as you stated, actually, with SMEs, once they do start to see those early wins, then of course, the journey becomes more exciting because they
Mhm.
want to understand, what more is there to come, what else can we do? So reducing downtime and energy saving, and of course, better decision making definitely supports with, how the business is going to operate, right? And
Yep.
what we currently have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So what does the future of growth look like for SMEs leveraging digital technologies?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the future of growth, the future of growth for SMEs lies in agility and informed decision making. Companies that adopt predictive tools and harness data effectively will be far better equipped to adapt quickly to changing market conditions, customer demands, and operational changes. This means not just growing bigger, but growing smarter, using insights to streamline processes and improve product quality and identify new opportunities faster than competitors. Digital tools empower SMEs to innovate continuously, personalize their offerings, and build stronger customer relationships. Ultimately, success will come from being flexible, responsive, and proactive, turning data into competitive advantage that fuels sustainable long-term growth.
Yeah, exactly. And how does going beyond maintenance help SMEs scale smarter? But not only to scale smarter, but also to stay competitive in the long run.
Yeah. Scaling isn't just about doing more, it's about doing better. With digital tools in place, SMEs can replicate what works, whether it's a predictive maintenance setup, energy optimization routine, or workflow improvements across other lines or sites. That consistency drives efficiency and reduces growing pains. More importantly, it creates a data rich foundation for ongoing improvement, innovation, and agility. In a world where change is constant, smart scaling is what keeps SMEs competitive, not just now, but sustainable also into the future.
Okay, great. And what advice would you give to companies that are just beginning their digitalization journey, especially those unsure um, where to start?
No, this is quite common, and this is what we've seen as well. Most of the time, I mean, you get a question, same question from a company. Yeah, I like the concept, but where do I start? My advice is always simple. Well, start small, but start smart as well. You don't need to overhaul your entire operation overnight. Begin with a specific challenge. If you have a goal in mind and you have a challenge that you know of, yeah, begin with that, like unplanned downtimes, and solve it using digital tools like predictive maintenance tools. Once you see the value, you will naturally build momentum and confidence to go further. Also, don't wait for the perfect time or perfect system. Digitalization is a journey, not a one time project. Choose scalable, flexible solutions that grow or that can grow with your business needs. And most importantly, involve your team early. Make digitalization something people are excited about, not afraid of. With the right mindset and the right partners, even the smallest step can lead to big, lasting transformation. The key is to move from planning to action. That's where growth really begins.
Exactly. And I definitely agree with your points that you mentioned. It's interesting
Hmm.
because, once you see the value, as you mentioned, you'll naturally build momentum. and
Yes.
confidence, and just similar to ROI. When customers start to see that, then they want to learn more. What else can we do now, part of this digital transformation,
Mm-hmm.
to support our business operations and improving efficiency, and essentially making it so much more streamlined. This is
Yeah.
what's really exciting. And we hear it all the time from customers where they're very interested in seeing how they grow. And this is
Yeah.
really lovely to hear, their journey from the start to where they are today.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
And, like we said at the start of this podcast, digitalization isn't just about solving today's problems, it's about preparing for tomorrow. So
Yes,
it's interesting how there's so many different benefits, and, in the correct way, businesses can really operate
exactly. They
sustainable.
can exactly they can really benefit and also adhere to whatever changes that come with the market.
Exactly.
Change change comes all the time. Now, I mean, with the digital transformation in the industry, we're currently in industry 4.0, but we're also moving to industry 5.0. So this is what I mean when I say there are market shifts.
Yes, exactly. And that's
Yeah.
it. And I think the other thing as well, just with change, sometimes change can be uncomfortable at times, but at the same time, it's very exciting because it helps to, improve how the current working structure is, you know.
Mm,
Um,
yes.
but look, like I said, it's interesting around this topic of digitalization, and it's been very, very insightful. So I would like to say thank you for joining me on this episode, and just wanted to just final question from me really would just be, do you have any just key takeaways that you would just want to share with the audience just to wrap this episode up?
Yeah, I mean, my key takeaway is don't be afraid of digitalization.
Yeah.
It's really, really, if you want to go into the step and stay competitive in the market, start small and start smart. Engage this topic with the fellow colleagues and see what's being done in the in the market. You will see tangible results that I can guarantee you. But you really need to start somewhere, and you will see. Especially if you want to see quick results, start small and go into it. Don't be afraid.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for your insights, and I've really enjoyed discussing this topic. And yeah, thank you once again for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Gagan. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Please like and subscribe on all major podcast channels and find out more about Senseye Predictive Maintenance at Siemens.com.